Hey guys, this is Kelsey. Not sure if I'm going to put this on my regular channel or make a new channel for this. So this might be a little bit of a long video, and it's a little bit of a different kind of video. It's something I've been wanting to start on YouTube for quite a while. It's kind of just taken me a while to work up the courage to do it. It's not like it's something that is super hidden, because obviously once I get to talking about it, you'll realize it's not something that's like, oh, that's what she's struggling with or stuff like that. So let's just get into it. I have been overweight my whole life, basically. It's just been something that I've always struggled with. And always something that I've wanted to correct, if correct's the right word. And, ever since I can remember, I've always been on diets, starting in, I can remember middle school, being on diets. And it's just never been something I've been successful at. And so a large portion of my life, or of my being, really, have never been fully satisfied with. And nowadays, it's become widely accepted to accept your body and accept you are, and I love that. I love that there are people who, accept themselves in the body that they are. But for me, it's just never been who I am. I've never felt like my body really portrayed who I am or who I feel like. I love being active. I would love to, play sports, and I tried, growing up. I'm horrible. But it was just never something I was good at, and I was always restricted by my weight. This past year, back in October of 2015, I had started a weight loss Instagram, and I was quite successful. I lost 40 pounds from October to January, and then starting in November, really, the holidays came around and I was good. I did, I slipped up on Thanksgiving, but then once, things was over, I got back on track. And then come January, I just completely fell off the wagon. And I've struggled all year trying to get back on there. And I've had several attempts to get back on and trying to, get back on track. But there's been just a lot of life changes. I'm a hairstylist, and I've been a hairstylist for about 7 years. But I just wasn't, I turned 26 this year, and I just was not able to support myself. I was living at home, and I was just not happy. Not saying that I have everything figured out now, because I don't. But I started a new job, a second job, because I still do hair. I started a second job back in May, and it's a full-time job. It's not the most glamorous thing in the world. I basically am tech support, and I am on the phone, 40 hours a week, and it can be quite stressful. And so you're sitting there in a cubicle, and you snack because you're on, I guess, for someone who, has struggled with this, it's a comfort kind of thing. So I started that new job, and then once I started, I tried to get back on track. That didn't happen. And then not too long after that, I moved, actually out of my parents' house. Me and my sister got a place together, and it's just been, I was like, oh, I'll move, and it'll be easy to get back on track, because I'm going to be buying the groceries, I'm going to be putting stuff in the house, I can keep myself from, getting the stuff that I don't need to eat. Not that simple. It's been a struggle. I know a month or two ago, I was like, I'm going to start back, I'm going to get... And it's just I work a weird schedule. And I know these are all excuses, and I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm just trying to tell you what's been going on, and where we're at, and what I plan on doing and where I plan on going. About a month and a half ago, I was like, I'm going to get back on this. But the problem is I never had to meal prep before because my schedule was so strange. I was home a lot, and it was easy and for me to get what I need to do. But now with the second job, I do work a split shift. I work 4 hours in the morning. I'm off 4 hours. If I have appointments, I do those appointments during that 4 hours, and then I go back for 4 hours, and I get off at 10:30 at night. So my schedule's really weird, and without meal prepping, it's not going to be successful. And that's something I know that I'm going to have to do. This piece of hair, it's bothering me. It's something I know I'm going to have to do. I did weigh today. When I weighed a month and a half ago, I was like, I'm pretty close to where I started last year. And it was very much a downer and very much disheartening to see that number on the scale when I worked so hard last year to get to a spot where, you know, I felt like I was making progress, and I was finally seeing progress, and things were fitting better, and you know, I could just tell I had lost the weight, and I got on the scale today, and I'm exactly where I started. Exactly where I started minus 0.8 pounds, and my stomach drop. You know, it makes your stomach drop because you're like, a year, what have I done with myself in a year? I haven't done anything, you know, to keep that ball rolling and to make the progress that I want to make. Now I know throughout this journey, I'm probably going to make a lot of people mad, and a lot of people are going to have nasty things to say about, you know, how did you let yourself get that far? And I know a lot of that is, you know, yourself telling you that. But there are a lot of people out there that, you know, are just rude. But I know it's not going to be easy. But here's one thing I want to say. You know, we live in a day and age where, like, no matter what you do or who you are, you can be accepted. And that's beautiful. Like, it's a beautiful thing to be able to be yourself and to feel, you know, beautiful and, you know, loved in your skin. Here's my problem with the acceptance of being overweight. Not that it shouldn't be accepted. Not saying that you shouldn't be, you know, accepted and not ridiculed. That's things that should not happen to you. But my problem is when people who are overweight, including myself, I'm going to say this right now. I stepped on the scale today. I'm 387 pounds. 387 pounds. I'm a big girl. Like, and there are days when I look in the mirror and I'm like, I'm beautiful, you know? And I don't have to lose weight to be that way. But I know that I'm not going to be happy as a person until I take the weight off. Now, here's where I'm going to get some hate probably, because you have so many people today who believe that, you know, they think, oh, I work out, I'm healthy, even if you're overweight. I'm not saying, you know, making that journey is not good. It is. But don't kid yourself into believing that just because you're mobile and just because you exercise on a daily basis, but if you're not making conscientious choices to lowering the weight, it's not healthy, because you can be healthy, all your levels can be right, and all your, you know, you can be getting exercise, but that doesn't mean you're healthy, because the amount of weight I know this for a fact, the amount of weight that I have sitting on my joints, not even if I'm exercising, not exercising, whatever, that's not healthy. It's not healthy. And people who kid themselves saying, oh, I'm active, I just have issues, and that's why I'm like I am. I have issues. I mean, it's extremely hard for me to lose weight. When I was 17, I was diagnosed with PCOS. A lot of people, a lot of people nowadays have polycystic ovarian syndrome. It makes it extremely difficult to lose weight. And I get the struggle. I understand that it's hard to do that. But don't use that as a cop-out. And then again, like, if you feel comfortable in your skin, I'm not saying you need to go work out and you need to lose the weight. That's not what I'm saying. I'm rambling now. I'm just saying, call it like it is. You don't have to make an excuse. You don't have to say, oh, I'm healthy. You don't have to say that. You don't have to make an excuse to anybody, because it's none of their business. but don't try to justify the lifestyle with things that are not real. And I know that's gonna step on some people's toes. I know but I feel very strongly about that. And this is coming from someone who's struggled with acceptance and struggled with people, saying things about, excuse me, about how I look, and I know the feeling, and I know that even though I can get out and I can be active and I can walk all day and it not bother me, and it's because I'm young and I have somewhat, been active my whole life. But don't kid yourself and say that that's a healthy lifestyle, because it's not a healthy lifestyle. It's not healthy to have excess weight weighing on your organs. It's not healthy to, have excess weight weighing on your joints. It's not a healthy lifestyle at all. I'm going to stop with that, because that's just going to open a whole nother can of worms, which I've probably already done. But, so basically this whole video is just me kind of like introducing myself to the weight loss YouTube community, if that's a thing, and kind of giving myself another platform to motivate myself. I love Instagram. There's a great community of people on Instagram who will support you in your weight loss journey, and but I feel like my thing is I've always been someone who likes to help people, and I'm one of those people who seeing with my eyes someone's weight loss journey has always motivated me and made me want to make myself better. So basically this is what this is. It's just an introduction to, I hope that I can post weekly and keep you updated with my struggles and my victories, because there's going to be both. I'm not perfect. As we've seen, I've gained every ounce of weight that I lost in the past year back, and so that's basically what this is. It's just me saying hey, and kind of where I'm coming from, and that's just what this is. So I plan on doing like weekly weigh-ins, and you'll get to see that, like, obviously not every week I'm gonna lose stuff, and sometimes I'm probably gonna gain stuff, and if you have any questions, feel free. You can message me. You can, follow me on Instagram. Send me messages there. Also, you can leave comments. I mean, I'll probably go more in depth on, what food I eat and what works for me, or what I found works for me. Because with the polycystic ovarian syndrome, it's very hard. I can't just follow just anything, because I won't be successful. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. This video is 13 minutes long now. So yeah, that's just a little introduction. So if you want to follow me on this journey, go ahead and subscribe down below. And if you like this video or didn't like this video, tell me what, I'm one of those people who, like, I'm all for open conversation. People have different views, and people have different, excuse me, ideas on things. And I think everybody in society is too sensitive nowadays. I like hearing different ideas and, seeing how other people think. And that doesn't, just because I think a certain way does not mean it's the right way. Just because you think a certain way does not mean it's the right way. We're all different people. So yeah, I like, different ideas and different. If you think you might have something that works for me, tell me. If you think that maybe I should do something a little different, don't, like, bash me for it. I'm sure that there will probably be some of those too, but just, let me know. Well, that's all I want to say. 387 pounds. Here we go. Let's do this.